Leafs Nation. Sometimes the ice doesn't need to melt for us to feel the weight of what's happening. Saturday morning in Toronto began with explanations, or better yet, attempts at explanations, about a trade that still leaves scars on a blue and white soul. The departure of Fraser Minten. A kid who, even young, carried something special, and now wears the black and gold of Boston. And to make things worse, the Leafs also saw goalie Cayden Primeau leave, Chris Tanev working to return from injury, and an old friend, Alex Steeves, about to make his Bruins debut. There's reunion, there's resentment, and there's that heavy silence only a Toronto fan can understand. But in the middle of it all, one question lingers. Do the Leafs really understand the price of letting go of a player like Minten? Hit the like button and drop a comment, Leafs Nation, because this space is for those who truly feel the weight and pride of this jersey. Should I move on to the first story? Toronto is living through one of those moments when fans look in the mirror and ask themselves, where are we going? The trade of Fraser Minten, which once seemed like just a strategic move, now looks like one of those decisions that could haunt them for years. The young center, a second-round pick in 2022, was sent to the Bruins in March. And since then, every game he plays feels like a reminder of what the Leafs let slip away. Craig Berube tried to downplay it. He talked about Minten's talent, maturity, hockey IQ. Morgan really added, he plays the right way, but words don't fool the fans. Everyone senses that the team lost more than just a player. They lost a piece of their future. And what came after, nobody expected. Minten didn't just adapt in Boston. He thrived. In 16 games, he's already posted 5 points, averaging over 13 minutes per night. He's centering the third line, but it feels like he's destined for more. The Leafs, in return, got Brandon Carlo. A solid defenseman, sure, but not the kind of player who changes a franchise's fate. The deal also included draft picks, a first-rounder in 2026, top 5 protected, and a 4th in 2025. A steep price. And the kicker? Boston retained 15% of Carlo's salary, showing once again that they played the long game. Looking at it now, it's hard to deny the Bruins came out ahead. Minten is young, poised, competitive. Carlo is steady, but not enough to carry Toronto to that elusive Stanley Cup. And if fate has a sense of irony, could Minten one day be the player who eliminates the Leafs in the playoffs? Inside the locker room, the trade still echoes. Berube tries to project confidence, but the fans can sense the unease. And when Minten speaks, it's hard not to feel a lump in your throat. It was the first team to give me a chance to live my dream, he said, smiling. It wasn't sarcasm, it was gratitude. Because even in black and gold, Minten still carries a piece of blue and white in his heart. He still talks to Easton Cowan every day. Lent him his apartment, keeps in touch. It says something Toronto should value. Players who love the city, even when the city lets them go. Meanwhile, Primeau is gone, Tanev's trying to heal, and the lineup keeps shifting in search of balance. But it feels like every move only raises the same question. Did the team lose its footing when it traded Minten? This isn't just a trade. It's a mirror reflecting what Toronto has faced for years. Rushed decisions, short patience, and an endless chase of now that too often costs the tomorrow. Minten represents what the Leafs are always chasing: grit, intelligence, commitment. But now he's on the other side of the Atlantic Division's fiercest rivalry. The Bruins gained a piece for their future. The Leafs, perhaps, gained a painful reminder how easy it is to lose what truly matters. And if one day, in the middle of a playoff series, Minten scores a goal that eliminates Toronto, it won't just be another loss. It'll be the reminder of a mistake that began with the words, "It's just a trade." Being a Leaf means living between ice and fire. It means cheering for a team that makes us dream big and suffer just as deeply. The Fraser Minten trade laid it all bare. It showed how Toronto still struggles between wanting to win now and building something lasting. It showed that the way of the jersey isn't just tradition. It's pressure, impatience, and the endless quest for redemption. While Boston grows stronger with a player Toronto developed, the Leafs are still trying to put the pieces together. Brandon Carlo is a good defenseman, but Minten feels like the kind of player who stays in your memory. And that's what scares Leafs fans the most. Watching another promise turn into a star, only on the other side. But even through the pain, Leafs Nation never gives up. Because the blue and white isn't just a team. It's a bond, an identity, a faith that never freezes. The future might still surprise us, and maybe one day, Toronto will look back and say, now we've learned. Drop your thoughts in the comments, Leafs Nation, and hit that like button to show that this passion never freezes.